Welcome to Mission Undercover. Joining me today is Charles Van Kessler, the founder of Passion for Life Vitamins. We will discuss his journey, his mission, and health in our modern world. Could you start by telling me more about your background? What's the story of your life, and what experiences have shaped you?
Well, I was born in 1941 in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, beginning of World War II. And I was sitting at the dining room table and one day in 1942 with my family, and there was a lot of noise on the door, and they opened it up, and there were the Nazis taking away my whole family. My father's side was Jewish, my mother's side was Catholic. That's why I'm able to sit here and talk to you. But never seen anybody again. Either my father, my mother, nobody ever. They put me in a state-run orphanage with abuse of every kind. I finally ran away, and I was a few years old. I ran away, lived on the streets of Amsterdam by myself for a couple of years. You can never ask me how because I don't remember. It's been a disastrous time that I grew up. But I met an American family, God bless them, in Amsterdam, heard my story, and they arranged for me to come to America. That was finally in 1963. And so that's when my life really changed, and I became an American citizen. And, you know, I was still in a very bad physical and mental and emotional condition from all these things. But I started taking handfuls of vitamin pills that people told me to do to feel better. And I did it for many months. It never helped me. So I started studying nutrition. Why is this that I take all these handfuls of vitamin pills and nothing works? So I learned very quickly that most of the hard pills people take still today, handfuls, do not work properly. 80% goes in the toilet and 20% is absorbed in your body. That's very bad. And so I started looking around for a liquid product that would absorb 98%, as much as 98%, and I couldn't find it. So with all my studies and negotiations and with doctors and medical people, I finally realized that I need to create my own product. And in 2007, that's what I did. I created my own product with passion for health. Passion number 4, health. I designed it for me, and it was so effective. I changed my life very dramatically, very quickly. We made a company out of it. At that time, I just got married. My wife and I made a company out of it, and then we're helping people to stay healthy, and a portion of the profits of the vitamin product goes to our nonprofit charity for children that I created. That is called, it's still there very actively, called Passion Number 4 Kids. So that's what we've done, and that's where we are right now.
I think your story is really powerful. And it's amazing that you're using your experience and your values to actually help people and support them with your nonprofit organization as well. But I want to ask you, what do you think about the health industry today? Because many commentators and analysts say that we're over medicalizing in society today and we're neglecting the natural treatments that can actually help people to get better. So, do you think that health treatments and medicalization still has merits?
Well, it's a big story. The vitamins and the minerals that we today use for our bodies, the natural ones that help, comes from natural ingredients, fruits, vegetables, etc., etc., etc. And the big authorities prefer we don't do it because they prefer to make money on the pills and tablets that they promote. And I don't want to say that in a bad way, but that has always been the truth in my life. And what I've done worked for me and for others and still is every day. We get hundreds and hundreds of emails every week from people whose lives we've changed and who have more energy, more stamina, feel better about themselves, and so on and so forth. So we don't want to deal with things that come out of the bad parts of the ground, because you know today there was a scientist in 1963 in front of the congressional hearing that said if you put a bunch of carrots in today's soil, they will have the value of a toothpick. That's how bad it was, because you cannot just depend on what is out there unless it's been taken care of. And we do all that. So There you go.
What do you think is the secret to good health and a long life?
The secret to your health? Well, the secret to your health is to do the right thing in life, pray daily, and support your body with the natural ingredients that we use. We have over 100 ingredients in 1 little ounce that people take liquid, 1 ounce a day, and that's it. You get over 100 ingredients, vitamins, minerals, amino acids, antioxidants, everything of value is in there. And so if people take that daily, 1 ounce a day, and they live well, and they pray a lot, because that's what it's all about. I had to do this way back when I was young. With all the disasters I went through, I prayed daily, and finally, God got me out of there and created a life for me. And so that's what you have to do.
How important do you think that spiritual connection is? Because loads of people are really disconnected from religion and they feel like they have no values and beliefs. So, do you think that that's actually still important in the world today when a lot of people are atheists and a lot of people profess to not having any fixed doctrine or set of beliefs that are guiding them in life?
Well, there's many, many, many ways where people can verify that prayer works if you believe in God. And so I only can say it took me a little while, but what I went through, and as quickly as I got out of it with the help of God during my prayers, to me, and I hope to people that watch this program, should be a very, very positive step forward to continually pray and trust in God. That's how it works.
What are the most important lessons you've learned from your journey in life and also from your journey in business? And what advice would you give for someone to overcome adversity in difficult situations?
Trust in God, pray, and live good.
What do you think is the most important part of life? Is it relationships, the experiences you have, your success? What do you think it is? What defines a good life?
A good life, again, I come back to the same mentioning God in your life is a good life. And if people don't know, they should try. And they should visit the right entities to help them become a Christian and pray daily and see how things work well for them. That's what it takes. Very simple.
And to finish, what legacy do you want to leave behind?
The legacy I want to leave behind is, again, I have so sorry to keep repeating it, but it is to live a good life, and to legacy behind is to do well, to pray, to help others, and to realize that you are not in charge. God is in charge. And if people do that on a regular basis, they will see some major differences. I did, and today I'm okay. We have a nice liquid vitamin company. We have a nonprofit charity. We help children and families in need. And so all of that because of the way I lived. And this is what's good for people to know. Live your life with passion.
Yeah, that's really powerful because often in our lives we overestimate how much power we have. But in fact, we just have to leave our trust in a higher power. And that's what's going to drive our success and
Yeah,
drive the events in our lives. So
that's
that's
right.
what we have to do to ensure we live a good life.
That's
Thanks
right.
so much for your time.
My pleasure. God bless you, and God bless all the people you deal with. Take care.